Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick unboxing and a hands-on with the Poco M3 that could soon possibly launch in the Indian market. This is the global unit that we got from Dubai, and this is the cool blue color of the same, and you can see it has 4 GB RAM, 64 GB storage, and there are package contents also mentioned over there, and pretty similar packaging to what we saw from the previous Poco M series devices. There's a mention about the 6000 mAh battery and also Poco M3 with easy access to the Google apps you use most. So that's what the mention is, and this basically comes with the MIUI based on for Poco, but there's not anything like the Mi A series obviously, even though they do mention about the Google apps there. So as soon as we open the box package, what you see are these few components or the things that you see inside the box. A transparent rubber cover, then the user guide as well as the warranty manual. So these are the booklets that you see inside, and there's also the SIM ejector tool here. Now, the second thing that you see obviously is the phone itself. So this is the Poco M3 that comes with these major specifications or features. There's a 48 MP AI triple camera. So there's a 48 MP major, the main camera with the f1.8 aperture. There's a 2 megapixel depth camera. There's a 2 megapixel macro camera as well. And there's a 6000 mAh battery with the 18-watt fast charge support, 6.53-inch Full HD Plus display that is with the top drop display that is a notch on the top. And along with that, you have the dual speaker support as well. And it comes with the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 that was present on the Poco M2 as well. So if it comes to the Indian market with the same specs, I don't think this would be a major shift from the previous devices, but then let's see what it's going to be. And this is how the Poco M3 actually looks from the back. If you remember, this is one of the OnePlus devices, a special edition of the OnePlus 8 series. So this is that area where you see the Poco branding as well as nothing else but just black. So it's a plastic area obviously, and this entire area is also plastic, but it comes with that matte finish kind of thing, a fox leather you can call it. So that's how this is, and you can see the Xiaomi Communications Company Limited, that's the mention given towards the bottom for the branding. Now on the front you have this 6.53-inch display with the notch on the top, but let's keep it aside, and while it starts up we'll check out what else comes in the box package. So there's a USB Type-C cable that is given inside the box, and that's indicating that the phone comes with the USB Type-C connectivity. There's no micro USB thankfully, and there's this international travel adapter that comes with the standards that are supported. So you get 20-watt output here. Basically what you see here is a 20-watt support for other devices, which is interesting. You don't have the support for 20-watt fast charging on this device, but again it would support 18-watt with that output adapter, but the same adapter would support even faster speeds for any other devices that you have around. So I mean doesn't make sense in a way, but you're getting something extra for the same amount of money that you're paying, so obviously that's a good thing to see here. Now let's get back to the device. You can see firstly that it comes with the MIUI 12. So that's the latest MIUI version that's currently running on most of the devices. This MIUI 12.5 announced, but obviously you won't get it that soon on these devices. We are starting up this for the first time while we try to check everything for the SIM card and everything. We'll set that up later. Everything should be set up later, but right now let me take you directly into the settings of the phone to show you what all is offered here. So there's this notch on the front that would house an 8 megapixel selfie camera with the f2.1 aperture. Now towards the bottom of the phone, what you see are these ports. You have the USB Type-C port, the speaker grill as well as the microphone, which are pretty well laid out, and this actually these curves actually look pretty good. On the right you have the power button that also houses the fingerprint sensor, and this the volume rocker buttons. On the top you see the secondary speaker, so that's a separately placed, well placed speaker which would give you that stereo effect, and there's also the 3.5mm headset jack and a secondary microphone as well. On the left you have the SIM card access area. Now skipping this step as well, now if we go into the themes, and then yes, finally the setup is complete and you are ready to rock. So the major specifications, again as I said, this comes with a full HD plus resolution. It's not HD plus, so that's a good thing. It's not obviously the C series, so you are going to see not so compromised specs. Full HD plus display, Snapdragon 662 and 48 megapixel primary camera, 6000 mAh battery, 18-watt fast charging, and dual speakers. So those are the major specs. Now if we go into the app drawer, these are the applications that you see packed into the phone that are pre-installed into the phone. Google Assistant is present, Facebook is present, and FM radio is pre-installed, Google One package, and Mi Credit, Mi Pay, Mi Pix, Mi Remote, Mi Video. There's an entire set of Xiaomi applications, even though this is a Poco device, so you can actually go see where I'm going from this. And a recorder application is pre-installed, and if you go into the settings, it's Mi UI Global 12.0.3, and that is the MIUI for Poco, what you see here. And it is based on Android 10. And for the other specifications, what you see here is this comes with 4 GB RAM and the octa-core max 2.0 GHz of clock speed. That's for Snapdragon 662. We would anyway do a gaming review to let you know about the performance of this device. And the available storage is about 48.61 for the phone when we start it up for the first time. And the other settings include, this is a 60 Hz display. Obviously you can't expect more than that. There's a system-wide dark mode option given here, so that you can enable directly from the display settings. Now on the home screen, you can actually have either the default Poco launcher or the other launchers that you can choose from here. And having a default Poco launcher means you can actually have an app drawer, and you can't just have everything on the home screen, which is common with the MIUI usually. So that's a good thing, that you can actually have app drawer, which takes away all the headache about management of apps and having them placed everywhere based on the category. So you have battery saver and also the ultra battery saver options there. And if you go into the gestures, so these are the different features that you see here. You have full screen display, quick ball, one-handed mode is present as well. And for the special features, if you go into this, you have the Game Turbo. Game Turbo basically would boost the performance of the game. And if you go into this, you have the option of Game Turbo and the in-game shortcuts, where you have performance optimization, bandwidth priority, and also the memory exceptions. So these are the features under the Game Turbo, and we would anyway show you that as well in a demo for the gaming part of it. And you have video toolbox and a floating video window option. So these are the major features of the Poco M3. Design wise, I would say I'm more impressed with that design rather than everything else. But if you go into the camera application, you have a 48 megapixel camera, so you should obviously have the option to get a 48 MP capture. Otherwise, I mean, having a 48 MP mode doesn't make really any sense. So you have a 48 MP capture mode here. It would take advantage of the sensor and take full-fledged 48 MP captures in case you want something future-proofed. Otherwise, usually what happens is with 48 MP cameras, you take 12 MP photos which take in more detail and have a better capture there. So you have option of macro from the top settings here. And if you go into the video mode and go into the settings to check out the resolution, you have 1080 available at 30 fps. You don't have 60 fps option here, and you can take videos with the macro camera as well, but that would be 720p videos captured with that 2 megapixel macro camera. So now getting back to this area, this is what the phone actually should be known for its design. I mean, you might call it inspired, you might call it copied, you might call it anything, but in the end, for a phone that should be priced around 10 to 11,000 rupees, ideally based on what the predecessor was, I would say this is quite a well-designed phone. You might not really want to have a case or cover over it to cover the back of it, because it's anyway plastic, so that's a good thing. But otherwise, holding this and actually flaunting the design seems like a good design here. So you can see camera module over the left. There's a mention about the super triple camera over there, and with that is a flashlight and the Poco branding on the right. There's nothing actually in the center, but that entire module designed here is I mean, well made, so it's all good over there. And the availability of dual speakers is a good advantage in this price range. You don't really see any dual speaker designed smartphones in this price range. And also we usually see the earpiece area to have the speaker over here, but this phone actually has a speaker separately placed there, so that's a good thing to see. And that's it. This was a quick unboxing and hands-on with the Poco M3 smartphone. If it gets it launched into the India, this could be another good design or a good choice based on whatever this phone offers. And ideally, if it gets launched under 12,000 rupees in the Indian market. So we'll be actually excited to see what the pricing would be for this phone. But right now we aren't sure of that. We aren't really sure about the launch date as well. What I've heard is that it could be launching around mid-Jan. So let's wait for that. And so far that's it. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.